you that have given me all of these really fun ideas. Continue to send them my way. This time it is a staff attendance tracker, which is what a few people had asked for if you don't already have a system for that. I have some fake entries already in here. Basically, in this spreadsheet, you have light blue columns and like the darker blue columns. Darker blue is all automatic. Light blue is what the person that tracks all this would fill in. So I'll go ahead and show you an entry. So I am recording this, so I'm going to put JL, even though I'm actually recording it for myself. Date reported, you can leave it blank if it's today. You can see it automatically put a timestamp there. Time reported, you can leave it blank if that person just recorded it. Number of hours, it's going to be an 8-hour day. On double click here, let's see, July 9th. Because for some reason I'm working in the summertime. Start time, so again, if it's the beginning of the day and all day, then you're just going to leave that blank as well. If it's, let's say it's a half day, so 4 hours, and it's starting at 11:30. You can put 11:30 in there. It's going to go ahead and calculate the end of that time off. You can mark tardies in here. This one's not a tardy, it's a half day. You can mark minutes tardy if they are tardy. You can mark whether it's an emergency, sick day, or PTO. So I'm going to mark PTO. Yes, we do need a sub for that one. And then the last thing that you need to check is whether or not it's ready to send. I'm going to check yes, it's ready to send. What that's going to do is send to the teacher that yes, it's verified, it's in the system. It's also going to send to the admin. And I'll go ahead and show you. Right now I have admin in as this email address, which is just one of my extra email addresses. And it runs every minute, so it might take a minute for it to come through. But I'll come back to that in a second and we can see that it's going to send it. Okay, so all you would have to fill in is the start of the day, how many hours are in the day, the principal email or whatever admin is in charge of knowing who is in the building. You can add more than one email if you want to. You just have to separate them by commas. Here's the staff list. So it's first name, email address, title, grade level, content, number of sick days, and number of PTO days. So grade level and content, I haven't really done much with that, but you can if you'd like to get it customized to show absences or tardies across grade levels and contents and kind of drill down to that specific data. That's available because that's in there. But otherwise, a lot of this is going towards showing the number of tardies they have, number of minutes tardy. These are totals. You can see the type of the entry, whether it's PTO tardy or sick day. And then, so if I look at mine, that was a PTO day. So it automatically gives me these metrics. It tells me that I've spent 23 of my PTO hours. I have 57 left. I spent 2.9 days. So it also tracks the days as well. And I have 7.1 left. And date reported, it also has days notice. So if you fill in, it takes a timestamp and the date that they're actually tardy, and it figures out how many days notice you're given. And then there's a lot going on here that tracks whether or not it's being sent, and it looks like it did send. So I'm going to pop back over to this. And there it is. And I think I just froze it. I don't know if I'm recording now. Let me pause for just. All right, working at home means you have to try to pause when your toddler very quickly walks into the room. So back on track. Here we go. All right, so that kind of covers the spreadsheet aspect of it. But then there's also the trackers. So this is kind of the admin tracker. You can set the date that you're looking at, and you can even check and look at entries by who they were recorded by. So I recorded all of these entries, so that's why there's only myself on that list. Average days noticed, or average days notice, average minutes tardy. This is for your whole staff. You have the number of tardy, sick days, and PTO days by job title. You also have just a general by job title breakdown, and then whether or not subs were needed. Again, breakdown by job title. And then it has bar graphs for each day. This is going to automatically show a month prior to today and a month past today. So that's kind of like the time span, but you can change that using this calendar up here. So you can go to this year, this today, or this month, today. You can change all of that around. And then it has the red flags. So it's going to red flag anyone over 4 tardies. This is anyone with less than 2 days PTO left, and then anyone with less than 2 days sick days, but there are none currently. And then you can look at it by teacher, or by staff member. So I am going to search myself. Let me refresh this. There I am. And click only myself, and it's going to show number of tardies, number of minutes tardy, PTO hours spent versus what I have left, days spent versus what I have left. Same thing with the sick hours. So this is kind of like the admin version, but there is also a staff version. So you can give this dashboard out to your staff. You can send the whole staff the same link, and it will ask for their email when they log on to look at it, and it's only going to show their information. So there is an overview page here, but I took out the parts that weren't relevant unless you're looking at a group. And so they can see their number of tardies, PTO, sick days, subs needed versus no sub needed, average days notice, average minutes tardy, and then a breakdown of what days they've missed or what days they're tardy. So if you have any feedback, as always, please reach out. Otherwise, enjoy.